Get your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.
The taskbar at the bottom of the Elements window contains many of the functions that are available within the Organizer window. To both hide and show the Organize panel at the left side of the Organizer window, click the Hide/Show Toggle button at the left end of the taskbar. To undo the last action you performed within the Organizer window, click the Undo button in the taskbar. To redo an action that was undone, click the drop-down arrow at the right side of the Undo button, and then click the Redo button within the pop-up menu that appears. To rotate a selected image 45 degrees to the left, click the Rotate button in the taskbar. To rotate a selected image 45 degrees to the right, click the drop-down arrow at the right side of the Rotate button to select the Rotate Right button from the pop-up menu that appears. In the next section of the taskbar are 3 buttons you can use to organize selected images within the Organizer window. These features allow you to add data for the people, places, and events shown within the selected media. After you add that type of data to the selected images, you can display the media by the groups created within each category by clicking the corresponding people, places, or events buttons that are shown in the Shortcuts bar above the Organizer window. To identify people within selected images, first select the images within the Organizer window that you wish to assign, and then click the Add People button in the taskbar. If Photoshop Elements recognizes a face within a photo, then in the People Recognition dialog box that opens, click the Who is this text that appears just below the image of the person's face and type the person's name. If the person already exists in a group or has been named, you can just click the name shown that appears when you click into the Who is this text. When finished naming people or assigning people to existing name groups, you can then click the Save button within this dialog box. After naming everyone within your selection, Elements will display a message box letting you know that they are all named. You can click OK in the message box. After people have been named, you can then click the People button within the Shortcuts bar to display images of each named person grouped by stacks. You can double-click a stack to view all of its images. You can use the slider that appears above the Organizer window to switch the thumbnail view from faces to photos in order to zoom in to the faces or out to the entire size of the files. To view all of the media files that have people names assigned, you can simply click the People button at the top of the Organizer window again. At any point, you can switch back to one of the other views, such as Media, by simply clicking one of the buttons within the Shortcuts bar. Assigning places to media works in essentially the same way. Select the files, and then click the Add Places button in the taskbar. In the Add Places dialog box that opens, you will see a large map. Type an address, city, or other place into the search text box, and then click the adjacent search button. From the choices that appear underneath the search box, click the location of your choice to display the location in the map. In the Place Media Here text box that appears, click the green check mark to assign the place or the red Cancel button to start over. When finished, click the Done button. After you assign a location, a small icon will appear on the map with a number indicating how many media files are assigned to that location. Later, when you click the Places button within the Shortcuts bar, a map will appear at the right side of the window and show the same icons on the map. Double-click those icons to show the assigned images to the left. You can view all media again by clicking the Media button above the Organizer window. To assign an event, select the desired images, and then click the Add Event button in the taskbar to open the Add New Event pane at the right side of the window. Type an event name into the Name field. You can assign a start and end date to the event by entering the dates into the 2 fields shown, or by clicking the calendar icon next to each field and then selecting the date. You can also enter a detailed description into the Description field. Click the Done button when you are finished. You can then click the Events button in the Shortcuts bar above the Organizer window to see the stacks of media assigned to your events. You can further sort the results by using the Year drop-down and Month buttons within the Calendar pane that appears to the right. You can select photos within the Organizer window and then click the Slideshow button to have elements create and play a slideshow from the selected photos. We will examine creating slideshows in detail later in this course. When playing a slideshow, note that a toolbar appears at the bottom of the slideshow and you can click the Exit button in this toolbar to exit the slideshow when finished. You can click the Editor button within the taskbar to open the currently selected photo in the Photoshop Elements Photo Editor. You can also click the small drop-down arrow to the right of the Editor button to choose an external editor, Photoshop, or video editor if using Photoshop Premiere Elements from the menu that appears. Of course, you must have these applications installed on your computer to be able to use them. To the right of the Zoom slider, which adjusts the size of the thumbnails within the Organizer window, you can click the Instant Fix button to launch the Photo Fix Options panel at the right side of the window. This panel contains fixes that you can apply to images for common problems, such as photo red eye or correcting color and contrast. Other than the Crop tool, the fixes are all performed by selecting an image within the Organizer window and then clicking the desired button. If you click the Crop button instead, a crop window will open. Cropping removes unwanted areas of an image to enhance the composition. You can adjust the area by rolling your mouse over the border until your cursor turns into a double-sided arrow, and then clicking and dragging to define the new area to crop. You can click the Preview button to see what the cropped photo would look like. At any point, you can click the Cancel button to stop the crop. You can click the Reset button to revert back to the image's state prior to beginning the crop, or you can click the Done button to finish and crop the image to your specifications. Clicking the Tags/Info button will toggle the display of the keyword tags and information pane at the right side of the window on and off. Assigning and managing keyword tags will be discussed in upcoming lessons. If you click the Information tab, you will see any information related to the file. You can expand and collapse the areas in the information pane by clicking the small black triangles to the left of the three group names: General, Metadata, and History. In this area, you will see file information such as the file name, ratings, and when the file was last edited and imported into the Organizer. Remember, to turn the pane off, simply click the Tags/Info button again to hide it.
Like what you see? Pick up your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.